Afternoon, folks. Welcome to Colston River Retreat. Pardon the bugs in the background. They're chirping away today, but we're over here at the future sawmill shed area, which we haven't made much progress on. It's been raining a bunch, and wanted to show you through what our plans are for today and probably tomorrow. I doubt I'll be able to accomplish this goal today. But what I did was get a sampling of logs that we have on our property. Currently what we've done is collected logs that have fallen down due to wind damage, storm damage, or other reasons, and a few that we've cleared out for making way for other things. So I just grabbed a sampling. If you want to see the maple that we have, the red maple, I made a whole video on that, sawing maple with my son. You can check that video out, but decided to show a few of the other ones. I've been doing some red oak lately, which is actually a black oak, but black oak being part of the red oak family. I need to finish up a pallet that I've been stacking for that of 4/4 stuff. So we're going to saw it first, so you get a little bit of bonus black oak sawing. The next log we have here, which is a pretty poor example probably because of the bark all being coming off of it, but this is Sweetgum. And then we have Beech. And then over here we have a black walnut, a black cherry, and then a honey locust. You can see all the thorns on that honey locust. Most of these I don't have a specific use for at the moment, so I'm probably going to saw them either into 4/4 or 5/4, something like that, where we can use them later for other projects. The honey locust I'm going to cut into as big as a square as I can get. So 4x4, 6x6, something like that. A friend is going to make a cross that she wants to mount outside, so I'm going to make it as big as I can. And then we'll eventually need to mill a cross member piece. I think that'll be the upright. We'll need a cross member piece similar size that we'll try to get done here shortly. But the rest of it, I just want to cut it open and we'll take a look at it, and then we'll try to do some side-by-side comparison, looking at the different wood and see how they look, the grain pattern, and kind of go from there. So hope you guys enjoy it. Well, it is a humid one today. It's not as hot, thank the Lord, but man, we've had so much rain that it is just crazy humid outside. And I'm grateful it's not raining today, but whew, that humidity. And I'll be super glad when I get my sawmill shed built, get this thing under cover. It's a pain in the butt to keep covering up with the tarp, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So the first log we got up on the mill here is a black oak, part of that red oak family. Measured up real quick. I think I know about how big it is, but let's check and be sure. A little over 11 feet long, 16 inches down here at the widest end. Narrow end's about 14 inches. It is not a great saw log. Just in all honesty, it's got a lot of movement to it, knots. But again, I'm trying to make the most out of the logs that I have and trying to make some 1x material. If I can, I will try to get a 6x6 out of the heart of this if it looks like it's going to line up well enough to do that. I need a bunch of 6x6 posts that are 10 foot tall for the sawmill shed wall structure. I'm building it timber frame style. Not exactly timber frame, just timber frame inspired maybe. So we'll get this log cut up. I've got this stack of 4/4 1x10s over here, and I want to get it finished up so I can get it banded and get it moved over. And the rest of the wood will probably cut them stacked together. They're all hardwoods, and they're all about the same size and probably be cut to the same dimension. They're just going to air dry anyway, so we'll probably end up stacking them together and see how they look. So let's get started. So one of the things about this channel and my life, honestly, that I try to be very transparent about is when I make mistakes or screw-ups or oversights or whatever, and I believe that's the best way, is to just confront your mistakes straightforward. So I don't use the toe boards very often on this thing. Pretty much saw most of my logs straight up as they are. They don't have a significant enough taper, and I don't care enough to usually use the toe boards. So I did happen to use the toe board on this one, and I forgot to put it back down, and that's how you make wedges. So we have nothing on this end and about 3 inches on that end. So an unnecessary wedge that I won't be able to do anything with. But now we've got a 10-inch cant. So I did waste a little bit of lumber. I probably could have made 3 more boards out of that, unfortunately. But now we got a 10-inch cant. So 10 inches tall currently. And we are going to be about 10 inches wide. So again, we want to get a 6x6 out of this. So that leaves us about 2 inches. So probably what I'll do is I'll roll it up, take this other bark off, get us down to about 10.5. I'll take, well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cuts at 1/8 inch each. So that's a 1/2 inch. Is that right? So, yep, 10.5 ought to work. That'll give me 6 inches after I make those 4 cuts. And that'll give me a 6-inch cant, hopefully with the pith in the center. And then I'll turn it up, and I'll take a couple more boards on each side. Probably only get 3 boards out of that, because it'll be exactly 10 inches, not 10.5. And then I'll take those boards and stack them as well, because we can certainly use them, and go from there. All right, so out of that log, we got, there's one underneath here. So we got 4 1x10s. Not the best quality, but it's for me, so who cares? We got 3 1x6s, and then we got 1 almost 6x6. My math wasn't very mathy. It ended up being 6 by 5 3/4, I think, but hey, it's okay. It's just a sawmill shed. But I do need to get better about that if I start sawing lumber for other people here in the near future. So we're going to go ahead and get this area cleaned up. I need the blower so I can get the sawdust off of these so I can stack the rest of this wood here. Probably not a full load on that pallet, but I'm going to go and band it up as is, and we're going to go and take it. And then I'll clean up the flitches and this beam, and then we'll get ready for the next log and see what some of this other lumber looks like.